Yo, what's going on? This is the Geek Salad Podcast. I'm Arye the King.
And I'm G, the bearded one.
Yo, a lot to talk about on this show, this episode. I don't even know what episode it is. This is what we're going to do because we're actually switching over from the typical podcasting, episode 317.
Right.
We're going from that to like a more season sitcom format. So we'll have episodes, maybe do 20 to 25 episodes in the season. And then after that, we're just going to go on to the next season. That's coming down the line. Thank y'all for tuning in. Everybody who's tuning in now. If you're catching this on a replay, whatever, man, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate all of the well wishes, if you will. On today's show, G, what we got, man? We got a lot to talk about. Let's get into it.
Listen, man. So we got some new segments, of course. We got a new one called I Got Questions. It's just this random shit that we have seen on Instagram, in the news, whatever. We're going to just, hey, we got questions about X, Y, and Z. We got my real review on the Continental show on Peacock, which is just wait for it.
He loves it. He loves this show.
Do I? That's the question. Do I? I got a wild story to tell y'all later on, and we got some more stuff in between in our conversation. So let's get into it. Arye, what have you seen around the net, man, that makes you beg the question that I got a question?
I got questions. I have a question on why, if you were going to, and I do not remember the name of the show, but I know you've seen the clip of Cat Williams roasting this lady on her morning show. I know you saw that joint. If you ain't see it, let me just clue you in. I think her name is it Wanda Smith? It might be Wanda Smith. Anyway, Cat Williams is doing an interview, and it's about 2 or 3 years old now. But Cat Williams is doing an interview, and one of the hosts of the show, she's a comedian as well, and she makes the comment that your hair looked kind of messed up. So basically, she kind of roasting Cat Williams. Light. She's like, no, your hair looking kind of messed up. And he was like, oh, okay. So he goes ahead and like shoots a couple shots back at her. But instead of just doing a smart thing and getting out of the ring with the mountain lion, she keeps going. And he proceeds to lay the craziest roast down on her. The bad part about it is it's her show, and he roasted her for like 5 minutes straight. And she started it. So my question is, if you were going to try to roast anyone, right? Why would it be Cat Williams? The same Cat Williams that we seen perform for like pretty much 2 decades now. The same Cat Williams from Wild 'N Out. Why would that be the person that you chose to have a roast battle with? And then not even be prepared for it. She was telling jokes that weren't even funny. Like, she's talking about his hair being permed and all that. Like, okay, everybody knows this man had a perm for like 30 years now. Okay. I was like, so it's like, why would you do that? It's like, I don't understand the line of thinking. It would be like me going against LeBron in basketball. If I want to go against LeBron or something, I might play LeBron in chess because maybe he's not that good in chess. I don't know. Maybe Uno, checkers, nigga, something. Basketball?
Right.
I'm going to pass on that one. So that's the only thing I got, bro. Like, I'm just trying to figure out why it would be Cat Williams that you would choose to go against in a roasting battle. Cat Williams.
Yeah, and you know what? To expand the conversation, why would you go in a back and forth with any black comedian who is on their shit? Like, can you imagine, right? If you went up against, let's say, 85 South show. Them niggas would not stop. And it's 3 of them. So it's like back to back to back to back. Tag team, triple team, back to back.
Roasting. Running a roasting train being ran upon you.
Exactly.
All aboard. I was like, yo, it was so bad that her co-host was laughing. It's like, you know how it be like when you was in high school and you just happen to be in a roasting battle with somebody.
Right.
If you had your friends with you your friends are supposed to laugh at your jokes, even if your
Mhm.
jokes was just only kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? They supposed
Yeah.
to have your back, or at the very least, don't be laughing at the person that's roasting you right now. You know what I'm saying? Her co-host was joining right along with Cat Williams and roasting her.
Disloyal.
It was, oh man, that was the
Disloyal.
most lopsided victory
Right.
I've ever seen in my entire life. Lopsided, bro. It needed to be on
Word.
that show, Roast Me, with on All Deaf, because I mean,
Mm.
just joke after joke after
It's a good
joke.
one.
This man said you. He was because she's full figured, so he was like, he was like, you big on the radio. I was like, nigga. I was like, he said her blood pressure is 752.
Damn.
I was like, nigga, I was like,
Damn.
yo, why would you poke the bear? That's it. I think that's the moral of the story for the day. Don't
Poke the bear.
don't
Get the
poke the bear,
claws, man.
especially if that's not what you do, man. Now, if it wasn't her, because I've never seen her stand up, but just
Mhm.
based upon how she lost that roast battle, roasting ain't her arena. If it was DC Young Fly or something, DC
Okay.
Young Fly, pick on Cat Williams because he's a great roaster. If it was Craig Smith, great roaster.
Oh yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be able to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Several.
It's gonna be a back and forth. We'll see who wins at the end. But this was, oh my god, like off of like 3 jokes, the ref was giving her a standing 8 count, bro. It was like the Locks and Dipset versus battle, my nigga. It was lopsided, completely lopsided, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hey man. Again, why would you want to step in the ring with that heavyweight such as Cat Williams? Now we know he has some wild years, but when it comes to comedy, that mind has declined since the beginning. Still sharp to
Especially
this
if you're gonna
day.
be a grown man
Mm.
and be like all of 5 feet tall
Mm.
and also have a perm. I mean, like just flowy, luxurious
Luxurious.
perm.
Yes.
Something should be going off in your head to let you know that this is a person that don't care what you any joke you got, he didn't already heard it and got 4 jokes to turn right back
Mhm.
around and hit you with. So it's
Mhm.
like if you're gonna do it, at least come prepared. Like if I'm gonna face LeBron James, I fully intend to lose, but you know what I'm saying? Not like the old heads say, the old heads who was decent in ball, they were like,
Oh man.
man, give me like 2 weeks. Let me
Yep.
practice. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Exactly.
Let me practice for like 2 weeks. I mean, let me
Mhm.
lose a couple pounds. Let me get some warm-up shots, LeBron, before we actually go into. Nah, she just went straight into it. And she got murdered. It was so bad, and this can actually segue into the next joint. Her husband was looking for Cat Williams. He roasted her so bad that the husband wanted to beat Cat Williams up.
Ooh.
And the bad part about it, again, she started it.
Mm.
I don't understand this, bro.
Mm-mm-mm. You know how it goes, man. You gotta protect your wife's honor. Unlike, I got a question, man. Big Zoo goes by name of Kenneth Perry, I believe, something like that. The Big Zoo, for those that don't know, was Nicki Minaj's husband, right? Now, why am I bringing up his name? Well, if you haven't heard, this dumbass nigga was, I guess, caught wind of Offset up in New York City. Now, Offset was on Casa Nights, like 24 hours Twitch stream. And if y'all know who Casa Night is, let me tell you, man, he is one of the best live content creators. Young kid from New York. I think he's from the Bronx. I want to say maybe from the Bronx. But the kid is just funny, man. His content is funny. I really like him. But anyways, Offset's there for, just kicking it, having fun, playing games, whatever. Just being a big ass kid, right? Now at the same time, Big Zoo is on, I'm assuming, Instagram Live or Facebook. I don't know, right? And the whole time in the video, he's like, yo, where you at? I'm gonna make sure that you ain't gonna see tomorrow. Come outside, we outside, yo. We right here. This is my city, nigga. Now, mind you, mind you, this 40-plus-year-old dude is from an era where we don't talk this shit online. Like we don't clout chase, right? That's not from our era because we know we're doing dirt. We don't want the cops to be watching. And as we know now, the cops is always watching.
Mhm.
So in this case, this man was in a video with one of his goons who was an ex-felon. Now it's a problem because he was arrested or put on probation or whatever, court shit, because he failed to register as a sex offender from an older kid. That's the story from a different day. So because of that, my man gets the dummy of the year because now he has to be on house arrest for 120 days. Now, if your wife was super duper famous, rich, and well known, would you, in the name of honoring your wife's legacy or honor, if that is the case, would you be online threatening somebody online?
Let me tell you, bro. Let me tell you, when you are already rich, you got to protect the bag.
That is true.
That's what you got to protect.
That's true.
Why would you ever why would you fix your lips to say some words that could potentially have you in prison, away from said wife, away from all these millions of dollars, them telling you when to wake up, when to go to bed. You got to take dumps in front of other dudes because you there in the cell with your celly. You in there with a funky dude, and you about to give up all of this life that you living because you want to clout chase and you want to act tough online. First of all, I don't know if it's side note. Is he a rapper too? Does he rap?
No.
He just got a nickname. Why does he have a nickname?
No, that's the thing.
I thought it was a stage name. This nigga don't even rap.
He ain't Safari. He ain't McMills. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, real quick before you get to your point, right? have you seen the video of Safari back in the day dancing with Nicki Minaj, and he's over there doing this shit, and while she's rapping, doing this. You know what I'm saying, nigga? It is the most funniest thing I have seen in a long ass time. If I could share it up here, man, yo, next time you may have to like add it in post, man. But that shit is hilarious. But
the reason I asked is he a rapper too? Because apparently, dope women rappers only date whack rappers or something. Ooh. Because Meek Mill is cool. I'll actually like Meek Mill. Meek Mill
okay,
cool.
Right.
But Safari, you remember the freestyle he did on the Breakfast Club?
Oh man,
he was like, your pockets on the diet. I called it Atkins or something he said. I was like,
he tried it.
I can't believe they were trying to say that this dude was ghostwriting for Nicki Minaj at one point. I'm like, there's no way. That needs to be the other way around. She need to ghostwrite for this nigga because this dude is trash. But I look at that, but then I look at what's the old girl name? Is married to Papoose. She's been in the headlines. Remy Ma. Remy Ma is in the headlines lately because apparently we don't know how true it is. I mean, only they know.
I hope it ain't true, man.
Apparently, she been like stepping out on Papoose with some. The dude looks like Papoose. He looks like a Temu version of Papoose, and I'm just like, how come y'all never like go with the rapper that's like up here? You know what I'm saying? I feel like they don't ever do that. Like, why is it like that? But that's not.
It's wild because I don't know if you've seen it, but if you ever seen Bel Air, right?
Yeah.
The first episode, the first episode, he's the drug dealer that gets into it with Will Smith. That's him in the show, but he's also a battle MC. But yeah, man, like I seen the battle, I seen the looks, I seen the clips of I guess he was talking to her kind of off frame, and she was like, yo, the camera's right. And it was like, that doesn't you know what I'm saying? Now we weren't there. And then the shit that Michi was telling her in the battle, you know what I'm saying? And then her responding saying like yo, it's just battle rap because he was, making like a rhyme scheme about, him possible her possibly stepping out with this young dude, you know what I'm saying, behind Papoose' back. Now we know them as being like one of the cornerstones of like Black love. Let me give y'all just a brief history. All right. Remy Ma was a young ghetto chick from the Bronx in Terror Squad. Rapping her ass off, got found by Big Pun. Big Pun passed away. So now it's up to her to like, kind of like, take the torch and like go forward. Up in the club, did some shooting, you know what I'm saying? She got locked up. In the meantime, she was dating Papoose. Papoose held her down, dog, for years. Who does that, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? He said, she my queen. She my Bronx queen. I'm a rep for her. Come out. They're doing some business. They got a little VH1 show. Well, not little, but they got a VH1 show. And they don't, do all that drama shit on TV. It's about Black love and pride of them hustling, creating shit. Got a baby, doing all the good shit. And then now she's the owner of Chrome 23, her own battle league. You know what I'm saying? And now we're here with this drama messiness, and we haven't heard anything from either side about are these rumors true or not. Like, are they going to keep it up just for the sake of battle rapping content, or is my man Papoose somewhere up in Brooklyn crying his eyes out right now? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. But I'm led to believe because Remy was locked up for something like 7 years.
Yeah,
I doubt either one of them was like 100% faithful to each other. Like, I mean, come on, let's be for real. 7 years, 7 years, and regular people ain't going 7 years without it. So if you a person that's you got a name out there, a little celebrity, I doubt you was going without it for 7 years. So
long time, man.
It is what it is, man. I couldn't be in an open relationship, but it's a lot of people,
That's the thing.
It's like whatever. That's what they do. So I don't know, but I don't know how do we get here,
man? It's layers, man.
That's what we do, bro.
We was talking like about, I got a question about. So to kind of bring it back, the question is about like online clout chasing, right? Yeah. See,
I hate DJ Academics with the burning passion of 10 million times.
We know this, man.
I feel like I gotta say that.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
I don't like DJ Academics.
Keep it going, man. But the thing is, we're from an era because we were born in the 80s, y'all. We were born in the 1800s. All right, so we kind of know.
What? You a vampire?
The
1900s, man.
My bad. Okay, yeah. So 1900s. You know what I'm saying? We come from a time where we know that if we're doing dirt, we stay out the way with the shit. We don't want nobody knowing, especially Popo. Like, I can only imagine, man. Like these cops is probably thankful for IG. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wasn't a podcaster,
IG
I would probably
Vlad TV
and Vlad TV, and especially No Jumper, because all he does is interview people from the block. I'm like, why is he interviewing FTG .102 every week? And niggas is always talking about the ops and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, right. But we're from an era where we don't say this shit online because we know it can get us jammed up. These new niggas will be happy to talk about all of the dirt that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just so wild to me that in this day and age, that's really more acceptable to talk about your dirt now as you're doing it or about to do it, or even if it happened like last week. See, when I talk about it, it's like I know these cops is having a good ass time. Like, go ahead. We're gonna build a case. Go ahead. Come on. Give us more. Thank you for this. I can go home.
They don't even need people today to snitch. Like, dudes is really out here self-snitching.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's a new day and age, man. Like if I wasn't a podcaster, I would probably be in the police in that unit. Like, let me be in the IG Live, YouTube, Twitch department because I know this shit. I can get niggas jammed up, dog. and become a captain and chief in like 2 years, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man.
Just
Yeah.
follow their social medias,
That's
bro.
it.
Like
That's it.
it's we live in the age of clout chasing, man. Hell, cocaine is a hell of a drug. What Rick James say? Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Fame is an even crazier
There we
drug
go.
than cocaine.
No,
It's
not
a
fame, my
bar in
nigga.
there somewhere.
Not fame. Likes is a hell of a drug.
Likes, fame,
Likes.
notoriety, clout. It's all like it's the allure of it.
Right.
It's the allure, like that Jay-Z song. Side
Yeah.
note, underrated Jay-Z song. That song,
Ooh.
we gotta talk about not that
That's a good
song,
one.
but song B-side cuts of albums that
Mhm.
ain't really that popular, but you just love the song. That's one for me
Right.
with Jay, the allure. Shout
Okay.
out to Pharrell, Virginia's own hometown hero.
That's a good one.
But
That's a good one.
yo, it's crazy. There's no rhyme or reason behind it. It's just
Mhm.
the want to be seen, the want to be popular, the want to be ahead of your peers. And for that 15 minutes, they'll do anything to do it. How are you a convicted felon, sex offender at that?
Mhm.
It seemed it would seem like, okay, you marry convicted felon, you marry Nicki Minaj.
Right.
Okay, Nicki is rich. Nicki is attractive. So you got money. You got a beautiful spouse. I'm
Mhm.
assuming your life is dope. I'm pretty sure all that jewelry you wearing is because of who you married or whatever, right? You hit the lottery, my dude. Just be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like do the Stringer Bell from the Wire thing, right? With Stringer Bell, he was doing his dirt with Avon. Was it Avon Barksdale?
Mhm.
He was doing his dirt. He was in the streets. But what was Stringer
Right.
Bell doing? Stringer Bell was taking classes at community college so he could go legit and get into real estate and flip that dirty money into good money and actually do something for the community and do something for
Yep.
his family. That's what you
Yep.
need to be doing. Nicki Minaj's husband, whose name I forget.
Big Zoo.
I don't care. It doesn't
Big
matter.
dude.
That's
Big
Nicki
dude.
Minaj's husband. He will forever be known as Nicki Minaj's husband.
Mm.
He messing up, and it's like it's inexplicable. You can take the man out the hood. You can't take the hood out the man sometimes, and this is one of those sad examples of that. So now he got to be on house arrest. Now, granted, his house arrest gonna look better than the average dude house arrest.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they got a
Right.
dope estate.
Mhm.
But come on, my dude. Do better.
Like imagine, right? Like y'all might have had vacation set up. You can't do no vacation now because your dumb ass is in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much you're on timeout for the next 120 days. Like you a grown ass man, dog. You can't even go out.
I mean, 4 months in the house with Nicki Minaj. They're worse things. They are worse things.
I mean that's true, but
He got all.
what if she got to go on tour? What if she has these tour dates, show dates, whatever the case may be? Like yeah, your 4 months, whatever the case may be a lot better than my 4 months in my crib. But I don't care who you is. Eventually, you want to be like, I want to be outside. I want to touch grass besides what's in my backyard. And
Yeah.
I'm quite sure they don't live in the South where they got like an acre of land. You know what I'm saying? So, but no hero there. But yeah, this is when a great example of when cloud chasing goes wrong. And again, nigga, you're my age. Act your age, man. Act your age, homie. But yeah, that's my story. I mean, that's my question. You know what I'm saying?
Foolishness, man.
Mm.
But what else we got, G?
So, like I said earlier, y'all, I have a story to tell. And it's one of the reasons why my voice is not at its best right now. So, yesterday morning,
Out on them corners again, man. Out there hooking.
I wasn't doing that. Not this time. Not this time.
All right,
But
cool.
I was taking a walk with my two dogs and my lady, right? And we come across like a barbed wire fence. On the other side of the fence, it's a big ass cow. Like, oh shit, there's a cow right there, y'all. And, you know, let's take some pictures, right? Like bet. So as I was getting the camera or leash from my lady, so she takes some pictures, right? My Yorkie, who weighs about 10 pounds, right? He yanks his leash from my hand and I drop it. This motherfucker runs towards the cows at full speed.
What?
So I'm thinking, please God, don't let my dog die or get trampled by this big ass cow, right?
Yeah.
So he's running after the cow who runs towards some more cows, like on the other end of the farm, my nigga. So I had to drop what I got. I had to bend open some barbed wire just so my fat ass could fit in between them. I get out of that, which took me a while because I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting scratched up, right? And I'm hauling the ass towards my dog and I'm screaming, dog, at the top of my lungs, Max, Max, come here, good boy. You know what I'm saying? And dog, I haven't yelled this loud in like forever, right? So jogging, I'm out of breath, I'm sweating, I done caught a Charlotte horse stepping on the cow shit, the whole nine, right? My dog somehow gets stuck on something. And he wasn't barking, he wasn't yapping, but he was jumping to get to the cows. And nigga, about this thing, it was like 10 cows, dog. 10 cows, man. And all they was doing was just huddle up, looking at him, looking at me, looking at him, looking at me. You know what I'm saying? So I quietly pick up my dog. I'm like, all right, cows, we good? We good? I mean, and there were black cows too. I was like, all right, fam, I'm just going to get my little dog and we cool, right? We cool, right? I'm black, you black. You know what I'm saying?
Like, we're good.
Straight right.
Yeah.
Bet. So I'm walking back. And again, I'm dodging. This time I'm dodging the mud pies on the ground. I'm still limping. My legs still aching. My heart coming out of my chest. You know what I'm saying? And got the dog. I'm like, all right, I ain't never coming out this far again for this goddamn dog. And the whole time, the dog was just fine. He wasn't terrified.
Wow.
He wasn't screaming or nothing. But nigga, I have cuts all over my goddamn body because I was trying to give this some fucking barbed wire to get this damn dog. And that's my story.
Wow. So the whole time the cows is just looking at y'all like, what the hell wrong with these niggas? Like, like we chilling, like what? Cows like, nigga, what's going on? Like, that's crazy, bro. Did you at least get some good pictures of the cows?
We did.
Okay, all right.
We did.
So that's a laugh for another day. But
yeah, but
what shoes did you get covered in cow doo doo?
I had some Reeboks on.
Okay, it was just some.
Yeah. So
was it some fly Reeboks though? Was it the joint with the pumps?
Nah, these are my going on trail walk Reeboks.
So they're the grass cutting shoes. You
pretty
good,
much,
bro? Like,
yeah,
you straight, man.
Yeah.
I thought you had some heat on your feet. Or something.
Oh no,
like some
never
J's
that.
or something like
that.
I'd have punted that dog like Anchorman. I'd have punted the shit out that dog. It's my favorite J's, nigga.
Not back, but
that's crazy, bro.
But yeah, man. But dog, man. Like I came back, man. I'm covered like blood over my hands. I'm like, yep, time to go home. I gotta clean this shit immediately. You know what I'm saying? And like my favorite hoodie got punctures all up in it because I was tearing myself on the barbed wire. Like, listen, man, if you was a fat nigga trying to get to somebody's yard and they got barbed wire, just cancel Christmas, my nigga. It ain't worth it.
Wrap. It
ain't worth it, man.
Yeah, you gonna fit through it like you could when you was a kid. When you was a kid, you just like, he was like a cat. You know what I'm saying? You just
I'm in there. Nah, it was like a 5-minute struggle, my dog, just to make sure that I don't fuck myself up trying to get to the barbed wire. You know what I'm saying?
To cut an artery, nigga, be out there bleeding out. Like, all the same, this dog. The dog was fine. The dog just walked back like 5 minutes later. G on the ground bleeding. Oh, G, the bleeding one. Oh,
and I can only imagine, like, if the farmers saw that shit, they was like, "What the hell is wrong with this black boy?
What is happening right now?" Oh, they got you on that Ring, that doorbell camera. I know they got you up there, bro. Like that's wild.
Yeah, man. So, needless to say, my Saturday, I reached my workout regimen for the day.
You
From
get your
that
steps
shit,
in. You got your steps in with
got my
that.
steps in, got my physical activity in. Burning about 500 calories, all because of that damn dog. So thanks, Max, for getting me back in shape.
That's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
Yeah, but that was my story,
Dogs.
man. That's my story.
Dogs gonna do what dogs be doing, bro. Dogs
Yeah,
gonna
man.
do what dogs
Yeah,
be
man.
doing. Whatever
But
that means.
but you had a great question before we had the show start. So can you give the people what you was talking about regarding Nasir Jones, Mr. Motherfucking Jones?
Nasir Jones. I've been like really going back and forth with this because like my favorite rapper of all time is Jay. It's like it's not even close. It's like if it won't Jay, I said number two is probably Kendrick.
Mhm.
Um J. Cole is somewhere in my top five. You know what I'm saying? This as far as not even necessarily the greatest rappers ever, this rappers I like to listen to. Um, but like with this run that Nas just completed, yo, shout out to Nas. He just completed his 6 album run. He did six
So in 3
albums
years, right?
over
Or 4
three
years?
years. So it
Ooh,
was
3 years. Okay.
The Magic and King's Disease. He did
Right.
3 installments of each of those series. And I'm just thinking to myself, bro, he's still snapping. And with him already being a top 10, like some people will put on one, some people put on five. I think if you a hip hop head though, there's no way you leaving Nas out the top 10. Like that's we taking your hip hop card of Nas is not in your top 10, right?
Mm.
Him already being a legend before this run, but then for the man from the ages of 47 to 50 years old to put out not one but 2 albums a year over a 3 year
Mm-hmm.
period, put out 6 albums
Right.
that slap, not just some throwaway stuff, but it's actually some bangers on these albums. It's like he got to be the greatest ever, man. He like I feel like there's no way to say it's like to compare it to basketball because I'm black. I compare everything to basketball. LeBron James is my favorite basketball player ever,
Okay.
but I would say MJ is still number one as far as the greatest. I said LeBron James, he's in the conversation. He's somewhere, 2, 3, whatever.
Right.
But it's like this would be like Jordan after already submitting his legacy to come back with the Wizards. His Wizards years, he still was okay. He just won't the way MJ,
Of course.
he won't taking off from the free throw line no more. He'd take a few
Mhm.
steps in. You know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't do the jump shots the way he used to, so
Right.
he might pump fake a few times to get the young man to fly over him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That Jordan, if Jordan just went on another 3 championship run
That would
with
have been
the
bananas.
Wizards
Right.
in
Of
his
all
40s,
teams. Right.
bro, like it would be like no debate. No one would ever touch MJ as far as the greatest ever. And I feel like that's kind of what Nas just did. He pulled off something that you never see do. It's like I think there's like a limit to your creativity because it never fails. It's like when dudes are young and hungry, 18, 19, and they rap, they just want to make music. And it's usually what happens is once they get the money, once they get a little older, start families and everything, somewhere in their late 20s, 30s, whatever, the music really slows down. And it'll be a situation where maybe they'll put out one album every few years. It might pop up or do a 16 here and there.
Right.
This man just flipped that whole notion on his head and put out 6 albums over 3 years. It's never been done. You know what I'm saying? As far as from a person who you would consider a legend. Like
Gotcha.
that's what you expect the dude who's still trying to get his foot in the door to do. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm about to flood the streets. Remember, dude, niggas used to hand out mixtapes.
Yeah.
Hey, check this mixtape out. Hey, check this
Mhm.
mixtape out, dog. Check this out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nas did that, and I think he got to be number one right now. But what you think?
Okay. What do I got to say about Nas's current run? Well, first of all, big up to Hit Boy, who somehow put that battery in Nas's back to have him do these albums back to back like this, right? So that's number one. We can't forget the bigger portion of this run is due to Hit Boy, who has produced every single song on his albums. You know what I'm saying? Everyone. You know, like we kind of wanted this for Nas years ago. Like we wanted him to do just an album with just Q-Tip or Pete Rock or shit, DJ Premier, right? Just one of them. He never gave it to us. But with this King Disease and Magic series, like now, I will say this: Magic 2 that's my least favorite album of this run.
Okay.
Like for me, it would be the first Magic, King Disease 3, 2, 1, the third Magic, and then the second Magic. In that order, is my favorite albums. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, I will change King Disease 1 and then 2, and then Magic 3, and then Magic 2. But yeah, man, like as far as Nas being the greatest, he's still number 2 to me.
Okay.
Just because before these albums, we gotta let me pull up my Googles because some of his albums before this one wasn't all the way there. Like we got God's Disciple. I ain't like that too much. No, my bad. Street Disciple. I ain't like that album too much. You know, remember the song, "Can we please have a moment of silence? Silence." You know what I'm saying? Like that was one of the joints from that
That's
album.
right.
But the album wasn't it was you know what I'm saying?
I gotta go back, bro. It's so many years ago. I
Yeah.
gotta go back and listen to it.
Life is Good was just okay. You know, that's him breaking up with Khalees and him on the cover with her dress. You know what I'm saying? And yo, it's kind of gangster that you're taking a photo cover of your ex-wife's dress from her wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't let her keep that, dog. That's kind of gangster. You know what I'm saying? But it's Nas though. It's Nas though. What else, man? The Nigger album was okay. You know, that was more of a pivotal moment that he was trying to make. The Nostradamus, I went back to it again. There was some sloppiness up there, but as a general album altogether, coming from like the first two, it just didn't really give me that combo that I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? But overall, though, we cannot discount Nas for what he has done in his late 40s, 50s, because he's still rapping with that, you know, I want people to know that I'm better than good. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why a lot of y'all see me as being one of the best that has ever done it. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this though, right now that I'm thinking about it, because the one thing about Nas is that like, we applaud him for doing this, but he does not get the same reaction whenever a Jay drops a verse like God did. Like, do you remember how that felt when he dropped it? Now,
I mean,
Nas
but
drops,
it's kind of, that's not, I'm telling you why that's not fair though, because Jay
Okay.
will only drop one verse like every 3 years.
right?
So Nas dropping 6 albums in 3 years. You hear his voice all the time. It would be kind of be like with 3 Stacks, man. 3 Stacks dropped a 16 on some random person's
Right.
joint and he killed it. That would be big news because like you never get it, you know. So I can't hold that against Nas, man. So wait, so who's number 1 for you? Is it Jay?
Biggie, still to this day.
Biggie, okay, you gotta break this down for me, bro. Because Biggie only had 2 albums. How can he be the best
Exactly.
ever off of
Well,
2 albums?
I'm gonna tell you why, and of course I'm biased. He's my favorite artist, man.
Okay.
To me, he brings what I believe are the best elements in a rapper. A big portion of that is storytelling. You cannot tell me whenever this man does the stories, it feels like you're there. Like Jay does it, Nas does it, like especially, you know, Nas's Rewind story or I Give You Power. It's great. But when Biggie does it, not only does his words paint that picture, but what his producers do is they add in sounds for, like, you know, stepping on the raining ground, or doors opening, or the the gun cocking back as you're trying to rob somebody. Like he puts you right there. And then what I'm saying, that's number one. You can't tell me that his punchlines are there. Like I remember there was a point where I had to go back and read his lip. Like, oh shit, this is what he meant, and it was fly. His radio joints made everybody dance, shake, me mug at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Now Biggie didn't have the chance to fail, so that's I can understand that debate was that Biggie didn't have a chance to fail because life was cut short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with those two albums, his futures, his projection, if I was like an NFL endless, you know what I'm saying? Like his projections is like out the roof. Like this nigga right here is destined to be the best of all time. And with those two albums, especially the second one, it's still timeless. You can go back to it right now, and in any era after he passed away, you can pick and pull any songs from that double disc and play it now, and it will still sound good today to where the kids can understand it and ain't too over their heads. And then what I'm saying, so you can play in different scenarios, the clubs, the crib, the car, when you're about to go ante up, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. To me, that's why Big is the best.
I can't give it to somebody with 2 albums. I can't do it. It would be like me giving like a ball player best NFL player ever. So okay, so you got Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes, I think that's a good comparison. Pat Mahomes, still young cat. I think he only been in the league like maybe 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Been to 3 Super Bowls already, won 2 of them.
Yep.
If Pat Mahomes retired right now, I can't be like, yo, he the greatest ever. I just can't do it because I'm gonna look at Tom Brady with his 7 rings.
Of course.
And in fact, he played 20 years. I look at Jerry Rice, greatest receiver of all time. I gotta look at Dan Marino, never won a championship, but just that dude as quarterback and did it for 10 plus years. It's like if you come in and granted, you have all of these attributes that again, if you project it, yeah, you probably gonna be the greatest ever. But to me, longevity means something, and it's not Biggie's fault at all. Like he was murdered. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's no way with what Nas is doing at 50, what Jay has done over 11, 12, 13 albums, is no way I can be like, Big, your 2 albums. I just can't do it. And I like Big. Big is, he has some crazy lines sometimes, but overall, I like that young man. You know what I'm saying?
I know that young man. That's right.
That young man is 24.
Yeah,
crazy.
Man. Yo, like, side note, man, like these rappers, man, when they were dying like that, like dog, they haven't even reached like 30 yet. Crazy. Like in their 20s, like in their mid-20s, man. You know what I'm saying? That's like looking at like the Migos right now. I think Offset is not even like 30 yet. And he's been in the game.
He's like right there. He's like 20, not 30. He about 30.
He right there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, yo, like these niggas was young, man. Damn, they was young, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, and I understand the criticism. That's why I said it's my bias, because he came out when I was at the teenage years where
I'm glad you touched on that. I'm glad you touched on that because I want to talk about that real quick before we get out of here, bro.
Okay.
I feel like we don't consume music the same anymore. We just don't. It's obviously we don't consume it the same because remember back in the day you go to Target, you go to Sam Goody, you go to
mom and pop shop for sure.
Warehouse Music, and you actually get the CD. You couldn't wait to get the CD because like, all right, you about to get it. You want to open it up, look at the album artwork, go through. Oh, this nigga produced I know him. You know what I'm saying? Like this little stupid stuff like that, right? It was all part of the experience, right? It's like now that we stream music and now that music, there's no barrier to getting into music, bro. It's 10,000 people out there that's not just making music. It's 10,000 people out there that got albums out that's on iTunes, that's on the charts or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I feel like now you don't look forward to anything no more. And it's like you don't sit with albums anymore the way that it used to be.
That's the part.
You don't sit without, because like even me thinking about like Nas 6 album run, I can't name 5 songs off of the 6 albums. I've heard them all throughout.
Yeah.
But you know how it was back in the day. You would hear it, you would know the name of the song. You mess around, start memorizing the song. It's like, yo, you can play the Blueprint right now. And I can pretty much, I guarantee you, I could get 80%, at least 80% of the words.
Yeah, man.
On any given song. Like I remember going to see Jay and Beyonce like a few years back on the On the Run tour.
Right.
And sure enough, I'm in there, you know, I'm a little tipsy. Jay hit the stage, bro. When I tell you he did like Give It To Me or whatever. Yo, I stood up, this random dude who was sitting a row across from me stood up, and we just like going crazy. We singing the whole thing. Look, forget Jay. Jay is in front of us. I'm just looking at this random stranger, and he looking at me, and we just rapping like all of the words, because like
rapper hands too and everything.
Yeah, the rapper hands. It was a moment, bro, because I'm like, yo, forget 2017, 2018, whenever this was. Nah, I'm back in 2002. You know what I'm saying? I'm back in 03. I remember, like, you know, going to the club for the first time, getting your first little taste of the nightlife when you young. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going back then. That's why I can recite everything, because you memorize it. Now, I feel like you hear music you like, and it's just the background to whatever you're doing. You working out, you're on your phone, you paying bills online, whatever. You don't consume it the same.
Yeah, because we don't have the time. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and
so wait, hold on. I'm gonna let you finish. So is it just us because we're older now, or is it everybody? So are the teenagers now consuming it like we was consuming it when we were teenagers?
Nah,
we can't, you know, because we older now.
I think because now we got teenagers, and I know my 16-year-old girl. She goes in her room, she's on social media, but she's playing music, and she's you know, dancing to the music, like, hey girl, this is me doing this 30, whatever it is, right? Like kids are still delving into the music, whereas us, we play it on the way to work, we work out to it. But like you were saying, music now is like perfect background music or perfect fucking music. And then what I'm saying, like it's serving a purpose, and it's hard to really learn the words of a new song if it really touches you. Like there's a song called "I Want You Around" by Snow Allegra. To this day, my favorite song. Right, first heard a song on a podcast. I'm like, damn, that shit fly. Let me find out more about her. Got into her music. I'm like, yo, I really like her music, man. And that was probably one of the first albums in a long time where I actually sat down. Like I made time. Keyword, what key phrase? I made the time to sit down with the album. You see what I'm saying? And nowadays, when you're just out and about, it's hard just to really get into the music like you want to, because you got other shit to do, because we grown. We got kids, we got mortgage, we got bills, we got our health to worry about. We don't have time just to sit down in the crib with a bottle of beer or whiskey and just listen to the music. You know what I'm saying? We don't get that time no more.
It's crazy, bro. It's I miss those times. It's funny because when I was younger, I didn't understand how grown-ups could just forget all the dope music that's out now, but they could just go back to the music from when they were a teenager and just listen to it. So when I was coming up, my mom would be listening to music from like the 60s and like, I'm like, yo, now I'm listening to the current day stuff. I'm like, how come you always listening to this old stuff when I know for a fact some of the new stuff that's out, particularly R&B or whatever, or gospel, you like a lot of the new stuff, but yet I don't hear you listening to it the same way, or your face don't light up, Mom, the same way it do new stuff the way it did. And now being like close to 40, brother got 4 more months. 4 more months. I'm about to join the club, nigga.
Right, man. All right, you're there. You're right there.
The 40 is a new 30 or whatever.
Yes, sir.
But it's like, yo, her face lights up more with the old stuff. And now I understand it now, because it's like if I'm out in a lounge, that's a song I currently like comes on, I'm not in my head. But if it's a hit song from when I was like 20, 21 or a teenager, I might just get up and bust a move. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's how old I am. I use phrases like bust a move, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It just
Bust
hits
a
you
move.
differently.
If you want it, you got it. And if you want, come. This is bust a move.
Popping and locking
And we
and all of
old,
that
man.
stuff,
We
bro.
old, boy. Dang.
For real, this is true. It's crazy though, man. It's wild. Like I just be noticing that, and it's funny because I got a Google Nest Mini, and then I got the whatever Alexa. Oh, Alexa, it's called
Yeah.
Alexa. So they both know what music I like. You know what I'm saying? It's like anytime I just have I put a playlist on,
Right.
or I start a playlist based on one person I like, and then it'll just play similar music. But when we was coming up, there won't none of that. It's like you put albums on, or if you was willing to blow your mom's PC up, you downloaded some stuff from LimeWire, and you had a mixtape
Right.
or Napster. Yeah. Yo, downloading all the viruses straight to your computer.
Exactly. Yep.
All of that, but
You know what? It's you know what? I got part two to my story, man. So last night we went to like this black block party, right? Where they got like a lot of vendors, a lot of outreach events, things like that, right? And I felt old because they were playing the song by Tamia, and they were all the girls were doing like this new line dance, whatever, right? And I'm like, yo, I haven't seen some of these new line dances. Like, we know how to do the shuffle to, a cameo. What else is it? The shuffle. What else? The wobble. Like I seen those. I noticed, but these new joints, I'm like, I ain't never seen this one or that one or that one.
It's
You
a
know what
whole
I'm saying?
movement, bro.
Yo,
It's a whole
but it's at the same time, man, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, like, and then two, I kind of we saw like in this whole entire block party, we saw one white lady with her daughter, just walking around checking out what's going on, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we were more welcoming than, let's say, an all white party and one black face was in the crowd. Like sometimes you feel like they would go out of their way to make you feel uncomfortable. But we, on the other hand, we're like, yo, if you chilling, not causing no drama, hey, be free, have fun, have some of this food, dance with us, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We're more welcoming. And that's what makes us so beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And last night, I got a taste of it with the kids dancing to all these songs that I have never heard before. We did mashup karaoke. Like, that was fun. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, as far as music though, it's we, again, man, because we're older, we're on the run. Excuse me. And we don't have the time this to be like who was it, Brandy, sitting up in my room and just playing music all day.
Your voice is really gone, bro. You sound like Lou.
Yeah.
You sound like Lou Gossett Jr.
I told you, man.
Like you about to drop some pearls of wisdom on some neighborhood guys. Look, let me tell you. Ain't nothing out of the streets but despair. That's all that's out there. Young blood. Man. You sound like you about to call somebody young blood.
Young blood. Come here, young blood. Come here, young blood. Let me tell you, man. Listen, life at times will give you grapes, but when you crush them, it gives you juice. What's
like, shut up, old nigga. It's like lean on me.
Yo, Key and Peele got a dope ass skit just about that. Like, it's two old niggas trying to out young blood each other on a corner, man. They're trying to like out gem somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious,
Peele, man. Hella underrated.
Yeah, man.
They were funny. They were hilarious.
What else you got,
anything else?
No, man. I just wanted to let everybody know. We're gonna be doing our streams now every Sunday, and times will change because we got things to do. We're grown as men, dog. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying. But lives on Sunday. I want to get a lot of questions from, all of the our contents out there from Twitter, Threads, Instagram, TikTok. You got anything you want us to talk about? Join us for the live so we can get into it.
Cool. But yo, good show, man. I want to thank everybody for watching. As always, make sure that you like, leave it in the comments. Any comments you got on the show, any questions that you got. Oh, Geek Salad merch. Oh, this way. This man got it on right there. We're gonna be dropping the Geek Salad merch here soon. Make sure you get don't just get one, get like 4 or 5 of these joints, man. These make great Christmas presents. You know what I'm saying? Show that you support the Geek Salad movement. You're part of the Geek Salad gang. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. But that's about it, man. Until next time, good people. I'm Arye the King.
Y'all be good out there. Well, do I got a comment already?
You gonna tell him? You gonna tell him who you is? That's G the bearded one.
So my bad. Hey, my bad. John's Comic with Kids. He put a question up here. Sorry, new to the streaming thing. An interesting sports comparison would be Robert Clemente in baseball, who died early, and that was going back to your Jordan comparison.
Oh yeah, talking about Nas.
Biggie. Yeah. Hey, thank you, John's Comics. Appreciate
you, man.
Appreciate that, man. I'm gonna have to fix this so whenever we get like an actual comment, it would bing or something. But thank you for watching, man. Appreciate that. Thank you, man. Well, yeah, everybody. Again, thank you for watching the live or the recorded. I'm G, the bearded one.
I'm Arye the King. Y'all be good.
Happy Sunday, y'all.
Lou Gossett over here.